and so we'll have to guide them and make them understand that we have more in common than what separates us. Thank you very much, Advanced Ape, and you're actually quite a civilized chap, as was Dino. I'm most impressed. See, I was wrong about that as well. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to have a cup of coffee now. Thank you all. Bertie, you have your room back. Thank you very much for allowing us to use it.
Okay, no, checked, not checked, the bill's in the post. Well, you could be right, Ken. The thing is, you haven't provided any proof. Anybody can say it. I could say it cost £1 million, I could say it cost £10, I could say it cost whatever. The thing is at the end of the day, you provide proof and we're quite happy to look at it, but you can't just say it in a room and expect us to believe it anymore. I'm just telling you what I know, that it was around about £9,000 or £10,000, yeah, 8 or 9, £10,000, something like that. Well, it also depends really what Unilever have got to cover up, doesn't it? Have you actually read about what Unilever do around the world? Okay, the proof was out there, but removed. We were told bullshit. Okay, well, give us a link then to where the information's to, or give us a link to the court case. That's a good one. Give us a link to the court case then, and let's see what it was from there. Oh no, they didn't publish it, did they? You know, at the end of the day, is you can say anything you like until you got proof. That's the thing. Like I say, is people say, oh, Nick Griffin got millions of pounds stashed under his mattress, but there ain't no proof of it, is there? No photographs. And the other thing about it as well, if he had stashed away money, then the media would get hold of it, and they wouldn't let go, would they? Anyway, Jay, you all right?
I just want to go and bang my head against the wall, Bertie, with the two of you. What's done is done. What's in the past is in the past. I believe I know the figure from a reliable source. I just don't want to go into that. I want us moving forward. Look, I recommend you guys go check out the 25 Rules of Disinformation. That is the kind of things that is done to disunite us. Please, guys. Just please.
Okay, right, we'll ignore anything then. Okay, Kent, don't bother saying anything else yet. He might be lying yet, not interested yet. Let's, obviously Jay now has spoken, and no one's allowed to actually debate or talk about anything whatsoever. I'm just giving my point of view, and I'm waiting until Kent BMP gives some proof. When he gives some proof, then, you know, until then I'm happy to believe that it was 99,000. That's the whole thing about it, isn't it? Yeah. Now, GA, go to bed and get your Kindle and go and snuggle up to your Kindle or something. God, no. Well, I'm not believing what you... I'm not saying you're telling lies, Kent, but you're not giving any proof. That's the whole thing. You know, you're not actually giving me any proof. There's no court thing. There's no media thing. You're not giving any proof. You're just saying something. It's just like I said. I could say in this room that Advanced Ape, you know, he's got £1 million stashed behind his sofa, and he hides down behind it to guard it. You know, well, you know, I can't prove it unless I had a photograph of it, and you know, it's actually been in court and he's been convicted of it, stashing away money. So, you know, anybody can say anything, can't they? So there we go, Johnny, your mic.
Well, unfortunately, because of the way our parties run, we never get to the bottom of things. For instance, the Michela Mackenzie case, I believe now, because it's happened to go back to court, will cost £35,000. It was originally settled at £25,000 in an out-of-court settlement. Mr Griffin will have to go back to the court in Bristol, and it's undoubtedly a certainty that those costs will increase. You keep messing about with courts, the costs increase. The case against the party with Kenny Smith, the Decemberists, came to substantial fees of over £40,000. All these monies are not paid by the European Parliament, you know, for the fees we get for having 2 European MPs. These fees are all paid for, these disasters, if you like, are all paid for by the rank and file of this party, by the supporters of this party. It is waste of resources. Our money should be spent on the front line. Like Mr GA has said about the Welsh Assembly elections, there will be no money for those elections. There was a letter that went out last week asking people to donate for the Barnsley by-election. In fact, there was very little money spent on the Barnsley by-election. Even if they'd collected money from the for that appeal stating it was for the Barnsley by-election, those monies would have gone for the debts the party owes. There is so much wrong with the running of this party, it is unbelievable. But I do believe there is an alternative. I do believe the BNP reform 2011, as it's called this year, has got a great possibility of success. More and more people are turning to it. Its head sites on its website that we will get the nominations required. Last year, Eddie Butler collected 550 nominations. He never handed them in for fear of persecution for those people who signed those papers. This year, we won't need anything like the 800 we needed. We'll probably only need 400, 500 nominations to have an election for leadership. It is absolutely imperative for the nationalist movement, because Nick Griffin is, for one way or another, seen as the leader of the nationalist movement. It is imperative that we have an election for leadership this year, and the only possibility of doing that, because of the way our constitution is, each and every member who has over 2 years membership must sign the nominations, and there may well be an official one which will go out, no doubt, at the time in the summer, but also there'll be another nomination form to sign in case there's any malpractice and we can prove that we have the required numbers to force an election for leadership in this party. We have to change the constitution of the British National Party, or the whole of the nationalist movement, quite frankly, is ruined.
Well, to my mind, I really don't think Eddie Butler is someone that would be capable of running. I think he's actually out to destroy. In fact, he is out to destroy the BNP. I gather he's actually said as much. So, you know, it's a bit pointless to actually say, oh, he's going to save it when he's actually out to destroy it. Now, the other thing as well is he's not a good speaker. He doesn't look good. He's not a good speaker, and I haven't even seen him. I've never seen him on TV. If he was that good, surely he would be up on TV, you know, putting his case forward. And at the end of the day, he would be, you know, making a mark in nationalism and overtaking BNP and the rest of it. Oh, you know what I mean. Anyway, at the end of the day, nationalism, you won't destroy nationalism because it's so natural. You just won't destroy it. And many people who are Conservative, Labour, whatever they are nationalists and they don't realise it. That's the thing, because it's just so natural. And when push comes to shove, that's what will happen. People will rally together. Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say now. Mike, your mic.
Yeah, could I ask admins to enforce the rules? Cashman, if you're going to refer to people here this evening, it's Mr. Butler, Mr. Griffin, Mr. Barnes, Mr. whoever, okay? That's the rules as they were published. If you disagree with the rules, you are free to leave. Agreed. We need to work on changes. Carry on. I'm just going to go on this now and make a cup of coffee, guy. I've talked enough tonight. I'm just so pleased it went well. Thank you.
Yeah, Johnny, you take the mic. Mike 50 didn't come up to the mic, so Johnny, your mic.
Yeah, just to answer some of what you said about Mr. Butler, I think the proof is in the eating of the pudding. 9 months his blog has been run. However, 9 months of fact on that blog. It's been what's got the party debating these issues. In fact, it was the first one to come out and expose the lies that are appearing from the leadership of this party. But Mr. Butler, as an individual, I have to say I would defend Mr. Butler for his long association with nationalism and for the cause. Eddie Butler, without question, even Nick Griffin praised Eddie Butler after the European elections because of the work he did over the years in electioneering and learning how to win in community politics, i.e. the Dagenham success. The first ever BNP seat won in Millwall was much down to Eddie Butler, by the way. Eddie Butler's association with nationalism and the cause of nationalism will not end after this process of Nick Griffin. Eddie Butler never wanted to be the leader of the party. He stood for the leadership of the party. He only wanted to be the leader for a year to sort out the administration and whatever else needed sorting out in the party. Eddie Butler is without doubt, without question, the brains of electioneering for this party. He's an organiser. He doesn't want to be the front man of this party. He never did want to be the front man of this party. But quite frankly, he would be capable of debate with Nick Griffin or with anybody in this party over the future of it or over the past.
Right, good evening all. I'd like to know, I mean, going back to this room actually, it's the first time for a long time that I've seen so many people in the room without all-out warfare and people being bounced right, left and centre, although some people have been bounced. I'd like to know whether this is a one-off. Is this invitation just for tonight, or is there any chance of any further debates and discussions and a little bit of a, I don't know what the word would be really, but you know, calming down the situation so that we can, you know, feel a bit freer to actually come in this room and discuss a few matters in the future.